if the presidency intends to institute legal action or demand a rejoinder as contained in the press release, which said editors and distributors of the publication will be dealt with at the appropriate time. TV XYZ News will keep you updated.
Now let's turn our attention to another tussle between government and editors of online news portal modernghana.com over the source of a publication authored by a law lecturer at the University of Education, Alhassan Salifu Bawa. It is emerging that they were subjected to harrowing torture at the hands of national security operatives after they were picked up last Thursday. They have since been released, but many see the development after the closure of radio stations critical of the NPP government, the killing of Ahmed Swali and threats on Manasseh Azure's life as a return of dark days in Ghana. To some rather interesting development from Parliament, and Parliament has made fresh changes to the various select committees of Parliament. Outspoken MP for Asin Central, Kennedy Ejepon's position as chair of the Committee on Communications has been swapped. The changes are done periodically to enhance efficiency. Key among the shake-up is the removal of Asin Central MP, Kennedy Ejepon, as chairman of the Communications Committee. Mr. Ejepon, until its removal, has vowed to ensure the reversal of the decision by the Communications Ministry to close Radio XYZ and Radio Gold. His removal may be a big blow to the affected stations and others across the country, especially after he managed to push the sector minister, Esla Owusu, to pledge some commitment when he chaired a meeting attended by representatives of the radio stations, the NCA boss, Joe Anochi, and the board chairman, Kweku Sechi Ado. Mr. Ejepon has now been reassigned to chair the local government committee, with Suhum MP Frederick Opariansa taking Kennedy Ejepon's former role. Majority Leader and MP for Swami Osaiche Mensah Bonso is the chairman of the Special Budget Committee, House Committee and the Business Committee. Second Deputy Speaker Alban Sumana Bagbin is the chairman of the Committee on Members Holding Offices for Profit. Dr. James Kluche Aveji, Deputy Minority Leader and MP for Ketu North Constituency, as the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee. Dr. Dominic Ayine, MP for Bolgatanga East, replaces Mr. Mahama Yariga, MP for Boku Central, and chairman of the Committee on Subsidiary Legislation. MP for Ofinsu South, Ben Abdullah Banda, maintains his position as chairman of the Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee and also the chairman of the Judiciary Committee. MP for New Drabin South, Mark Esibe Yeboah, is still the chairman of the Finance Committee. Now, today is Ghana's Republic Day, and in many countries, such events are marked as statutory holidays with events to commemorate the historic feat. But today was as normal as any other day because the NPP government has changed it and public reaction has been mixed. Earlier today, I spent time at the ministries where I spoke to a cross-section of the public and filed this report. It's perhaps the first time in the history of Ghana that the day is not being observed a public holiday. As such, workers, both private and public, have reported to work. I'm here today at the Central Business District of Accra, precisely ministries, where civil service workers are seen going about their normal duties. But what does it mean for these workers for the day not to be observed as a public holiday?
We know on 1st July, Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana became a republic. And for that matter, it's a day that has to be observed. Looking at all the presidents who have come, we normally observe 1st July as a holiday, and here I am today, 1st July, I'm coming to work.
Okay, to me, I think it's okay, because as a citizen, I'm supposed to work and serve my nation. So who am I to say no? To me, it's okay. I just have to comply what is there. So to me, it's okay.
It's certainly a mixed feeling here for most people that I've spoken to. While others believe that Republic Day is a very significant day on the historical calendar of Ghana, looking at the contribution of Ghana's first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, others also believe that a new king comes in with a new law, and so one can't help than to comply. Reporting from the ministries here in Accra, I'm Charles Akrofi for TV XYZ News. Meanwhile, the NDC is pledging to restore the original way the event, which signifies Ghana's total liberation from colonial masters, is chalked. The party, in a statement signed by Director of Communications, Kakra Isuama, said, sadly today the government led by President Akufo-Addo has deemed it fit to degrade the importance of this great day from a full public holiday intended to celebrate the efforts of our forebears in our collective struggle to affirm the benefits of equality, liberty, freedom and justice to a mere commemorative day in order to rob our gallant forebears the historic credits and recognition that they so richly deserve.
The statement reads, "On this memorable day, I congratulate all senior citizens for the respective and significant sacrifices they have made over the years in nurturing our dear nation to this current stage. I also salute our forebears who fought to establish Ghana's name in history as the Black Stars of Africa and the beacon of hope for African liberation and integration."
At long last, the battle has ended. And thus, Ghana, your beloved country, is free forever.
Sadly, this significant page in our history has been revised by the Akufo-Addo administration through recent Public Holidays Amendment Act 2019, Act 989. By this act, the NPP government has expunged Republic Day, also commemorated as Senior Citizens Day, from the list of public holidays and replaced it with a questionable Founders Day holiday on August 4. The former president in his conclusion said, and I quote, "As we reflect on the deeper undercurrent of our present political and economic challenges, let us dedicate ourselves to the patriotic and nationalistic ideals that led to the creation of our dear nation as a republic and await the eventual vindication of the true history of our country, Ghana."
This is still TV XYZ News in Brief. We're going for a short break. When we come back, we tell you plans to fix some major highways abandoned for years. Stay with us.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
Congratulations. President Akufo-Addo has many special initiatives. The initiatives include one village, one dam, one district, one factory, 1 million. Which of the initiatives are you responsible for? Please, my question is simple. Which of the special initiatives are you responsible for?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I will be responsible for the one constituency, $1 million when I'm giving the nod. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Where will you get the money from?
Welcome back. This is TV XYZ News in Brief with me, Charles Akrofi. To some other stories now, and 14 major highways across the country may soon see some activity if government releases the 1.5 billion cedis for contractors to start work. Most of these projects are in the Ashanti, Bono Ahafo, Eastern and Northern regions. The announcement comes in the wake of recent demonstrations and threats of more to come in protests against total neglect over the past few years and lip service to get contractors on abandoned road projects since Nana Akufo-Addo resumed office to get back on site. According to a statement issued, Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta conditionally approved what he described as a multi-year funding commitment of about 1.5 billion cedis for work on the 14 roads in the medium term. The projects include reconstruction, rehabilitation and upgrading of road network spanning 381.3 kilometers across Ashanti, Bono Ahafo, Eastern and Northern regions. According to the statement, the commitment for the sector ministry will be funded through budgetary allocations, covering the period between this year and 2023. The projects include the upgrading of Salaga-Bimbila Road, 30 kilometers Anyankwanta-Obuasi Road, reconstruction of the Osiem-Begro Road, and Lot 1 rehabilitation of Adankrono-Kede New Abrim Highway. The Highway Ministry has since been instructed to provide the required information as stipulated by 15th July 2019 for consideration and approval. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Finance has also requested the Ministry of Roads and Highways to submit all projects contracts for inclusion in the medium-term expenditure framework. To some fisheries stories now, and fishermen at Pram Pram are describing the one-man ban on fishing as a complete waste of time and their investment. And the following report, they claim the anticipated bumper harvest is virtually a slap on their faces and government.
This is the scene at Pram Pram Beach on a typical fishing day. Virtually dry, fishermen return frustrated after their usual expedition and are angry, their expectations dashed. Fisher folks, like many across the landing beaches along the coastal belt, could not wait to assess the impact of the one-month-long close season, and especially after news went viral after the post by MP for Futu Alexander Penyo marking that there was bumper harvest at Winneba on day one after the lifting of the ban. But the signs are clear. The sea could not replenish as anticipated, and they partly blame this on illegal fishing methods, patrolling by Chinese, Koreans, and other foreign nationals with the support of Ghanaian agents, use of DDT, dynamite, and light fishing, which end up destroying fingerlings. Barely a month after the ban, Pram Pram fishermen are turning their frustration at government for support.
Luo coastal wa e momele ngapo wo me amolo otu anwo pe loko be wa gbugbu anwo won wo ye ku ai coastal won ko wa fan we be luo to ya je fanteblo ni million mele jo luo ajeje le janga ni chunge wa yo me wo loju me ko ni me to ape pochi ni won wo ye me pe wo to won fo mangama me ka fante.
Now, nurses at the Savannah Regional Capital, Damongo, are on indefinite strike. The action, which started today, is over unpaid allowances and poor conditions of service.
The nurses at the Wagonja Hospital at Damongo, the capital of Savannah region, are protesting against poor conditions of service and salary discrepancies. The nurses, in a statement signed by Abdul Karim Issa, chairman of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association at the hospital, says these issues have been back and forth since 2014. The statement copied to the regional minister, the DCE and the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association is among other things accusing management of failing to meet their negotiable 10% basic salary allowances since January. The sit-down strike, which started today, July 1, is intended to continue till their demands are met. Their spokesperson, Salifu Mohammed, spoke to TV XYZ News.
10 Ghana cedis a month just to buy soap to wash our things as workers of the facility. Management had denied for the past 4 years. So that necessitated with the petition. And when we wrote the petition, we gave them 14 days to respond to that. Management refused to honor that day until they were compelled by an external body to do so. And that external body also demanded for another 2 weeks. Law abandoned us. I will give them the 2 weeks. They didn't meet that demand. District Chief Executive came in with the board. They asked for 1 month. We gave it to them. Upon all that, those things that we asked in the petition are not be able to resolve. And we said that enough is enough.
Now, there's relative harm at the two communities in the Nkwanta South district of the Oti region, where 2 died during a clash between 2 Konkomba clans. There is heavy police military presence, but no suspect has yet been picked up.
Security has been beefed up since the clash over a protracted land dispute which left 2 dead by 2 Kokombo factions in the Oti region. Nkwanta North District Security Council, led by Chief Executive Jackson Kwame Jakayi, met both factions, Nyangpantib and Bigim clans, on Monday in an attempt to calm nerves following fear of surprise reprisal attacks. XYZ news sources say the dispute is over ownership of a parcel of land earmarked for a market project at Sibi Hilltop. But for the timely intervention of a joint police-military force, the situation could have turned bloodier. Nkwanta North DCE, who spoke in an interview, says the situation is now under control.
Some misunderstanding between 2 chiefs in a community called City Hilltop, and so there were some 2 casualties that were recorded. Today we have formed another team, the Paramount Chief of PASA, together with DISEC and some other opinion leaders. We were there after the DISEC meeting, went and appealed to them to lay down their arms. And so I think the situation is calm now. So today we are briefly going there again, meet with the 2 factions and then talk to them to ensure that peace prevails. We will meet them at their various places. We will not bring them together. We'll meet them separately. They themselves are ready for our meeting. We spoke with them and they are ready to meet us. The whole situation is so complex that we don't want to make a mistake. The security, the intelligence is not picking their intelligence.
And that's how we wrap up TV XYZ News in brief. But before we go, a quick look at some of the headline stories. And government rubbishes Africa Watch magazine report and threatens to deal with editors. Mixed reaction to commemoration Ghana's Republic Day for the first time as an ordinary day, but NDC says it will restore it if it wins in 2020. And heavy police military deployment to Nkwanta South following fears of reprisal attacks between 2 Konkoba clans. As usual, for more news, you cannot wait to log on to my xyzonline.com. My name is Charles Akrofi. Have a good evening.
Congratulations. President Akufo-Addo has many special initiatives